I have no idea what shades I'm going to go for today. I don't know if I'm going to do a dramatic look or a light look. I haven't even decided. I just thought it was so exciting to go to the store today, and this was an impulse buy. I went grocery shopping, and I always have to look at the cosmetic section no matter what grocery store I'm in. And I've seen this so many times, and I was just like, okay, I'm getting it. I plan to get another mascara anyway, so, but $10 for the ethereal look. Let's just see how this goes. These shades are not labeled as far as what they're called, but we have several matte shades and some shimmers. Looks like it's pretty good. There's a pretty good mix there of shimmer and matte. I have no idea what the pigment is like. I'm just going to stick my finger in one of, I'm going to go for this like rose shade right here and pick it up and see how that is going on. It was very creamy. I don't know if you can see that. Let's go in for one that's a little lighter. Let's go for this light shade here. Okay, I can tell you right now, it feels very creamy and I'm liking it. So let's see what happens when I swatch the shimmer shade. We'll go for the lightest one here. It's easier to see on camera. Okay, it feels a little bit chunky. I'm not a big fan of super chunk or glitter, but that, I gotta tell you, that's pretty. All right, I think I'm getting some ideas. Normally, when I start an eye look, I go with like the lightest shade and put it all over my lid. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to do something a little different. I am going to pick up my very favorite eyeshadow brush, and that is the Urban Decay Dual End. It has a fluffy side and it has a stiffer, smaller side for more precise application, but these are really, really good brushes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be daring, and I'm going to go in with this rose shade here. Start out with the rose shade. And just plop that right on my lid. I'm going to try to keep that mirror out of the camera because that's annoying when I do that. So, okay, I'm liking that. It's going on just right. I'm grabbing a mirror from something else. This is a different palette. This is my unveiled palette, but I'm going to use it just for the mirror. But this is going on really nice and creamy. There doesn't seem to be a bunch of fallout, not so far. Let me tap that a little bit and go in. And I'm going to go right above my crease with this. But that's going on really nicely, y'all. That is, ooh, that's nice. That is, ooh, I like that a lot. Wow. Okay, I am really liking that. It's very creamy. It's not messy. It's precise where I want to put it on. It just goes right where I want it to. Ooh, this is nice. Have I already said that? Wow. Okay, so once in a while, e.l.f. will just blow my mind with their liquid blushes, their liquid camo blushes, or they just blow my mind. Their mascara blows my mind. Of course, the e.l.f. Halo liquid filter blows my mind. So far, and I've liked their eyeshadows, like the bite size. I've really enjoyed those. I just found though that they're only $3, so you can't really complain. But this is above and beyond. I'm really liking this. This is nice. Wow. So creamy, so easy to apply, so pretty. Wow, I really, really like that. Okay, e.l.f., you rule. You really rule with some of your stuff. So this is, okay, this is going to be probably one of the prettiest, easiest eyeshadow applications I've done. I haven't done my eyebrows yet. I need to do that. But anyway, so wow. Okay. That's really nice. I like that a lot. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take a chance, and I'm going to put some shimmer over the top on my lower lid. And I'm going to use this BS Mall flat brush. I find that this works pretty well for shimmer. So I don't know if there's going to be some fallout here. I'm going to go for this shade right here, having absolutely no idea what the outcome is going to be. So we'll try it with a brush first, and if I need to use my finger, I will. So let's see. Hopefully I won't have a bunch of fallout. Okay. Not seeing a lot of product landing on the eyelid, which is not unusual for shimmer when you are putting it over the top of a color or a base color. Feels a little chunky. Really pretty though, but it might take a little extra effort. This isn't, this one is not as creamy or easy to apply as effortlessly as the cream matte shadow, okay? So I may have to wet my brush. I'm not sure. I may just do that. I'm not sure. So I have a little cloth here that's wet, and I'm going to just use the more dense end and just get this slightly wet and just go in with a little tougher, a little bit bigger gun here and see if I can grab product and see if it'll go on easier if I use a different brush. Okay, well, that is unfortunate. I was so excited about having this palette just be a home run. I wet the brush a little bit more. Darn it. I guess I'm going to just use, I'm just going to just apply a lot more product to the brush than I normally would and see if I can get it on there. Okay, that's a little better. As difficult as it is to get it to sit on my lid, I'm hoping that it will be, that's an indication that it's not going to fall and have a bunch of fallout all over my face, because if it's difficult to use and hard to apply and then on top of it, it falls on my face, that's no bueno. But anyway, this is very pretty. I just have to work it a little bit. I got to work it a little tougher to get it to apply. Just not an easy application there for this shimmer. Too bad. It is pretty though. It just takes a little bit longer. And I recommend wetting the brush. So I can see it's finally starting to do its little trick here. It's pretty. It's just hard, and I don't see a lot of fallout. I'm not seeing a ton of fallout yet, but we'll see. As time goes on, you can't really tell sometimes. Okay. All right, I think I might be done messing with that. I'm going to just go to the other eye and kind of speed it up here because I might be talking about this for an hour and I don't really want to do that. You know, the thing about dupes is that there is something to be said for the higher end. Like with Urban Decay, they had a palette that looked just like this. The quality of the shadow, the ease of application, and the pigment, you know, it's like night and day. It's more expensive but it's definitely worth, you know, worth it if you don't want to have to mess around with this. Now I've got a little bit too much up there in the crease, so I'm going to use my finger here. This is really chunky. It feels chunky and gritty, so I'll just use my finger until I get it. Definitely not a super big fan of this particular shimmer. I'm going to go in with yet another brush and see if I can fix that. This is a BS Small, just regular eyeshadow brush. It's fluffy. So let's go in and see if I can get it on there with a fluffier brush. How's that working? That might be better. Sometimes it just might be the brush. Sometimes it's the formula. So that matte application was just absolutely gorgeous and seamless and wonderful, but wish I could say the same about this shimmer, but I can't. I can't even seem to get it on evenly. So I may end up, I don't want it to be uneven. I don't want it to look ridiculous. Well, first of all, it's not going to look ridiculous. It's just not going to look. I really, really prefer, you know, when I put a shimmer on, I really want it to be shimmery. I want there to be shimmer. I don't want to wave the white flag yet. So maybe I will go in with this lighter shade here with this same brush and see if I can get it to show up a little bit better. Maybe it's just the combination of the colors. I don't know. But if it's going to be super difficult and waste a lot of my time, it won't be something that I reach for a lot. I'll definitely reach, okay, that's a little bit better. I'll definitely reach for the mattes, and I might reach for these glitters. Maybe I'll keep trying to play with them with different brushes and maybe making sure they're wet or whatever. I don't know. But this shimmer is it's pretty, but it's disappointing in how difficult it is to use. So I think I'm done messing with that. I'm going to take this Pharmacy crease brush. I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to start with this. This might seem kind of going backwards, this shade here, because it's lighter than my lid shade. I have this funny feeling that editing this video is going to be an all-nighter, the way things are going. I think I like that. It's fine. It's just that the shimmer was just poor. The shimmer's poor. But these other shades here are just absolutely gorgeous. These matte shades, they're so creamy and easy to use. They're just absolutely beautiful. And I'm really, really happy with that. Still pretty understated, but that's kind of my style anyway. I'm going to use this Zoeva. This is a 322 liner brush, and I'm going to pick up this darkest shade here. And of course, I'm going to use this for my eyeliner. I have no idea. I should have wet the brush. My friend Lady Yaya recommends that you always wet your liner brush because it makes it easier when you're using shadows. It makes it go on easier, and I still haven't done that because I forget. I forget to do it, Lady Yaya. And I know you give really good advice, so, but I don't really want, I don't feel like getting up and having to go to the sink and re-wetting this towel that I have down here. It's a little, it's damp, but it's not quite wet enough, so we'll just use it this way. So it's going on nice enough. I think I'm seeing a little bit of shimmer fall out. I don't think it's super bad. There's enough there that I'm going to have to clean it up, but it's not terrible. So did any of you guys do anything for New Year's Eve? I am a very boring person when it comes to holiday gatherings. I don't really have a lot of friends that gather or do things for New Year's or anything like that. It's not anything that really interests me, quite frankly. I guess I'm kind of boring that way. I typically do not go anywhere. The last time I went anywhere on New Year's Eve was it was New Year's Eve 2017. And that was the first New Year's gathering I had gone to in a really long time. And so here's a fun fact. Share a little something personal with you. I got invited to some really good friends like from high school and college. And they live a couple hours away from me. And I did not feel like going at all. I was not in a festive mood at all. However, I had just gone through a quite painful divorce, and my freshly minted ex-husband, we were divorced at the end of July, and by October he was already engaged to somebody else. Who does that? Anywho, so he was getting married on New Year's Eve that year, and there was no way I could just sit at home and think about that. It was really hurtful to me. I couldn't figure out why it hurt me because I'm not going to get into all the details, you guys. I'm not going to do that, but it was painful. It was painful to me to think that somebody could be married to me and then marry somebody else so fast. It was like, how do you even do that? Like, when I break up with somebody just in a regular like boyfriend girlfriend relationship, it takes me years to get over somebody. I mean, I just don't move on like that. It takes me a long time to, open my heart up to allow anybody in like that. And I'd never in my life felt anything quite as hurtful and I can't even describe it. It was like really, really hurtful. But anyway, I did not want to sit my butt at home all night long by myself and think about that. So I went to a New Year's Eve party, and it was fun. It was really good friends I'd known for a long time. So, that was therapeutic. I don't drink. I just don't want to drink. I don't like the way it makes me feel. So, but it was good to be with friends. So that took the sting out of it a little bit. But that was a tough New Year's Eve for me. And in case any of you are wondering if he's still married to that person, the answer would be no. So, and honestly, I don't care. But anyway, that was the last time I had gone to any sort of New Year's festivities. So I'm going to take this color up here. Now this is just really going on so nice. It goes on really nice. It goes on easily. I mean, I'm just kind of putting it up here in my outer corner of my crease, and it's just going on super easy. The matte shades are okay. There's a little bit of a mess happening on my face here. That's okay. I'm going to clean it all up. The The matte shades are brilliant. Just unfortunately, the shimmer shades are not. So I think that the jury is in on that one. So I'm going to finish this up here. This is really nice, though. I do like this palette. I mean, for $10, I'm looking forward to getting a lot of really nice looks out of it. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like this. I mean, it's not like the shades are, you know, rare or unusual. I think it's just, I think it's the combination and the way that they work on my skin. They're just different. I like it. Just not a fan of the shimmer, which is a bummer because I really like shimmer. So anyway, last night was no different, except I wasn't in pain. It was just very relaxing, and I like to take communion on New Year's Eve. So I did that and got lots of sweet messages from my friends and stuff, and just relaxed and slept in and just, you know, took it easy. And then just did a little bit of shopping today and just enjoyed my day. So overall, really, really nice holiday. I am so amazed at how, okay, so you start, you know, the holidays, you get all ramped up for it. And you know, Thanksgiving shows up, and the next thing you know, Christmas just boom, there it is. And it's like there's just all of this build up for the holidays, and then just like bam, it's over. It's over with. I mean, today is the last day of it. It's just over. So I'm going to clean this up, get this shimmer off my face, clean it up a little bit, make sure nothing's dragging it down. Woo, doggy. Okay, I am seeing some shimmer there. I might actually have to. I'm using this magic, it's called the makeup eraser, and it works really well to clean up eyeshadow. But this shimmer it really made a mess on my face. Unfortunately, it didn't make a mess on my eyelid. It's just all over my face. So I am going to have to get some cleanser and clean that up. I'll be right back. Ooh, doggy, that was a mess. Okay, I am going to take this lightest color here with this Be a Small fluffy eyeshadow brush. Just tap it in there. Go in under my eyebrows and finish that up. I'm seriously thinking about how this editing is going to go because everything's just kind of like not in order. It feels like it's totally out of order. Alrighty, I'm going to grab this Lash and Roll mascara, plop this on, probably speed it up for you. I did one more coat of mascara using the e.l.f. lash extender for a little bit more length. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, or maybe even subscribe if you feel so inclined. And I really appreciate you stopping by. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time.